We recording now, people. Goddamn. Welcome to the second season of the RJN Sessions.
Season 2.
It's your boy, Timeless Trail. Here with 860 Beauty, the gorgeous one.
He's
Very
so
gorgeous.
nice today.
Yo, man. The last time we had a debate about this, you said I wasn't being too nice, so now I'm being overly nice.
I like it.
Got my man's Beano in the house.
Know that.
What's happening? And we got special guest P. What's popping, baby?
Well, you know I'm here, player. You know that way.
How's everything, man?
It's great.
I see you out here vacationing. I'm a little jealous.
Well, you know, you gotta take a little time off here and there.
Yeah, true. So let's get. Oh, you got a question today? You got another question?
I guess.
Don't ask the same.
I'm asking the same question.
No, don't ask the same one.
We have to.
Why?
I just need. I need to know his opinion. This is big right now.
Okay.
So I had to ask something about Donald Trump. Of course, it's only right.
Okay.
No matter when this airs.
Okay.
So I just want to know, like, what do you do now that he's president?
Shit, what do we all do now? Shit, try to come up with a better way, man. Go hard, but nah, seriously, it's really fucked up.
Yeah. Are you scared? Like,
yes and no. I'm not really too much scared for myself, but it's more so people around me, and the healthcare is my biggest concern. Honestly, I wasn't really paying too much attention to it. To say
right.
I'm all 100 and know what was, I really don't.
Yeah.
But I have people, as far as with the whole cancer thing, I have close friends around me, a lot of people that, you know, depend on healthcare. And, you know, that just makes it real scary.
Do you feel bad for the people that got to give back them Obama phones?
Nah, fuck them Obama phones, man. Pull up at Walmart, man. They got them for $15, Jack.
For real. So let's get into it, man. Let's get straight to the meats and potatoes. So, P, I like to start off for you introducing yourself, letting people know who you are, because it's kind of like, yo, you really just popped up out of nowhere, boom, I'm here, and ever since you got here, ain't been no slowing down. So
wow, he been around.
No. But this is what I'm saying. He's been around on a different angle though.
Right.
When people inform me about him, he was out here partying, popping bottles, doing all that good stuff. Now he out here, he got the clothes, he got the hats, he got the jackets, and every time he says some new shit that's dropping is hot, it's some new shit that's dropping that's hot. So I want people to know about you before they get into the new you.
What got you into doing this?
Well, honestly, my name Tylon Barlow, originally from Atlanta, Georgia. Came to Connecticut when I was about 14. Yeah. Got a lot of aliases, P, Thotty, this is a bunch of shit. But at the end of the day, I have an extensive background, not really criminal background or nothing like that, but I've always just was able to come up with a way to make things happen for myself. And for the longest time, I graduated high school in 2002. And from about after that summer on, I was just strictly moving, just doing whatever I wanted to do, dibbling, dabbling in the streets, and I got tired of it. I'll be 33 in January, bro. So it's at the end of the day, I don't have a fucked up criminal background. I've been in my little fair share, but it's not to the point where I can't make a change. You feel me? And I look at it before my day-to-day activities, I'll be on the phone, do whatever I'm doing. Somebody text me, what you doing? Nothing. Parked up such and such. What you doing? Nothing. Just really letting my day go to waste. And, you know, I just be sitting around trying to come up with different ways to capitalize off things that are more positive. And being that I dib and dab in the whole fashion industry and I have a nice fashion sense of myself, I'm like, shit. Everybody out here selling T-shirts and hats. And shouts out to my man Splash, man. Shouts out to my boy Spliggity, man. Yeah, that way. But everybody out here doing something. So it's at the end of the day, social media will sell shit faster than you can sell it. So at the end of the day, it's
facts.
I don't have the biggest following, but I have a nice little following where I feel at the end of the day, shit, niggas been stealing my swag for years. I say something, next thing you know, they saying it, I get no credit. My boy Goonie step out with something fresh, they get it, we get no credit. So fuck it, let me put something on the front line that you can do nothing but give me my credit for.
True.
You feel what I'm saying?
True. That's fire.
First of all, we got to shout out Goon. He's in the building. They had the best.
Get a close up. Oh shit!
Got Goonie and my boy Porter with me, Richie P.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna get to you next. They had the best promo video for us last year.
You did? Oh yeah, let me slid off that.
Let me tell you.
You don't play with them cameras flashing, Jack.
I was supposed to have my segment in
Yo, I didn't even know P at that time, and y'all got the drop. You see him just coming, and then you see, yo, I'm like, yo, that's fire.
I kept watching it over and over and over.
I think that's an Aquarius thing, man. We share a special bond. You dig?
Yo, you know what we should do? You know what we should do for the next go around? We should have the top 5 ones and just
go out and do another one.
Take a vote. That should be fire.
Theirs was the top. No
doubt.
No
doubt. Shout out to everybody else that gave us a shout out too. We definitely appreciate it.
FYI. We're not gonna talk about yours.
But hey yo, I'm gonna say right now, Kid Richards was the worst.
Shouts out to my man Richie P, man. He always rocking with me. I got to interview anything. Richie P is always rocking with me.
Good dude.
He came up here, did his interview, said his 1s and 2s too, man. I definitely seen him around. All I'm gonna say though is, every time I see Rich around, he be too saucy and say what's up. Hey yo, I seen him at MBS Fast Party, right? So I'm like, he see everybody else. He look at me, yo, damn, I even got glasses on. I didn't even see you, bro. I'm like, but you see everybody else? Okay, all right, I must be.
Oh Lord,
not too much of that pink starburst. It must be the pink starburst.
Too much sauce.
Too much sauce.
Too much sauce. But yeah, so pretty much you say you dabbled up in the streets and everything like that, and now you on a new wave. I see your wave, straight positive. I see you I see you at all power shops. You do not stop. You at everything.
You can't.
And then you did the cancer walk thing, which is dope as hell. Like,
and had a great turnout.
Really
very great turnout. And I appreciate everybody who was rocking with me. Shout out to my girl Lisa, man. She always on deck. Jack. Yeah, that way. Yeah.
Shout out to Lisa.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually I'm happy to see this positive change. I know you have a lot of friends that are not around. Some dead, some locked away.
We gotta pause it real quick because she massaged the mic. I gotta drop the
come
bomb.
on.
Yo,
she massaged
every time she massaged that thing, it's a good interview. Every single time. That shit getting some good views. So keep massaging.
Anyways, like I'm saying, I have younger brothers, so I'm just happy, you know, that you're doing something positive, especially my younger brother, because they watch and they see like it's okay to change. It's okay to come up with something positive, start a clothing line, and just do the cancer walk. You don't see a lot of guys like you doing a cancer walk, but you brought everybody out.
Because I'm not afraid of these people, man. You got dudes who. Not to put myself on no type of platform, because I'm a regular person just like anybody out here, but you have dudes in my type of situation who be feeling like at the end of the day they're too good, or it's not about that, man. It's about change. I've been in that position for so long. I don't want that no more.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Wait, I gotta. What happened to Instagram Monday?
Yo, Instagram Monday, bumba clock people watching us. Yo, honestly, we had the wave rocking for a long time. And the first and foremost thing I would like to say about Instagram Monday, I would like to say shout outs for all the safety, because anybody who went to Instagram Monday can vouch. It was on Main Street. It was dead smack at Main and Towers, in one of the worst places. We did never have no incidents. It may have been a little bitch get slapped up here and there, but as far as gun violence, any of that, we had none of that.
Yeah.
Right.
I honestly think what fucked it up is when you had to switch the venue to Pure.
Right.
Because other than that, shit was lit every week. Shouts out to Flea. Shouts out to Big CNT. Niggas just had that shit on tip, Jack.
Yeah, that's fine.
Definitely.
So I'm not even gonna say you're a clothes designer, because it seems like you endow with everything. You're just a entrepreneur, trendsetter.
Boom.
I be having the drums.
That sounds nice.
I dropped the bombs. They call me DJ Funk Flex.
Well, come on, Flex, hit me
Really?
with it. Come on, Flex.
So, but my thing is, because this is the thing. A lot of people, they feel like they. All right, so for instance, like I know a lot of people that grew up in like good housing, good things like that, but they swear and live by they had to go to the streets, they had to sell drugs, they had to do this, had to do that, and right, and then there's certain people that it's just like, yo, that shit, that's what they had to do. So for me to you, I'm like, yo, like this on Trish, and they also say like, yo, I gotta be with this group of people. I gotta be wearing this. I gotta be to be accepted as cool. I gotta pop these bottles. I gotta hang out with these certain people. I gotta get these people in my Instagram to get these likes so people know I'm irrelevant.
Right.
And then there's some people just come naturally. It seems like it came natural for you. I'm trying to figure out why people feel like they gotta be in that social platform box to be who they are.
Like, for everybody else, I really can't speak for.
Yeah.
But for me, like, everything has always been different for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, I came up here when I was like 14.
Yeah.
Never knew my father before I moved up here. You know what I'm saying? I moved into a household with my father, my stepmother, my stepbrother, my sister. So it's like I had nobody. I was a mama's boy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My real brother, I got a real brother. He's 35.
Yeah.
At the age 14, I was 12. He got locked up, sent to prison for 10 years straight.
Yeah.
And down south, it's not like when you go to Walker, McDougal, Jenner. It's prison.
Yeah.
So, like, everything was different for me. So it's like I always had to make my own way.
Yeah.
And for some odd reason, the people just gravitate to me, man. Like, I can never be nothing more than me.
Yeah.
I would never try to be extra. Like, anytime people see me, like, a lot of people, once they get to know me, they be like, damn, because from viewing me on, like, my Instagram, shit like that, people really think, like, I'm some wild, turned up, always. And that's not me, bro. I like to smoke weed. I like to ride around, chill with the family, and do my other little thing. Like, I don't be in the mix of all that, man.
Yeah.
So, like, everything was just different for me, bro.
Well, I think the ladies want to know, where did you get the name Thotty from?
Oh.
Boom! I'm glad you touched on that subject too, because honestly, and I got two of the bros with me right now. They can vouch. The name has nothing at all to do with a sexual preference. It has nothing to do with me being a whore, a thotty, nothing. The world and social media always take things out of context.
Yeah.
Okay, so boom. You see, I just said I'll be 33 in January, which means I'm a little older than my group of friends.
Yeah.
I've always drunk Ciroc.
Yeah.
And around the time when Fab came out with the song Budweiser Limerita for the Thoughts, I was mixing my Ciroc with pineapple juice, Limeritas, and regular Ciroc.
Yeah.
So my boys just started saying, oh, you want that Thought Rock? You want that Thought Rock? Because of Fab saying what he said, and I'm using the Limeritas.
Yeah.
Being that I'm older than them, they just started calling me OG Thotty on some group shit.
Yeah.
People started hearing it, and next thing you know,
like wildfire.
Thotty. Well, fuck it, that's Thotty. Let's go. Yeah. So that's how
Well,
that
there
happened.
you have it, because I know I had some other thoughts.
Yeah, now, it has nothing to do with a sexual preference, anything like that. Like, I have a history. Everybody has a history, but current, I don't really be in the mix of all that flim-flam with these females.
So
are you in a relationship?
Oh.
Whoa.
I'm asking a question for the ladies.
If the viewers can see this hat says Black Girl Magic.
Shout out to Shay.
She just pulled out a fucking wine. Next question, please.
He's the next question.
Sorry. The ladies want to know. I asked the question for the ladies.
What ladies? Tell them to inbox me. I'll answer any questions they want to know.
Yo. All right, so for the record, if you want to know if he's in a relationship, you DM that guy.
Whoa. Why are we drowning on this part of the comment?
Nah, I'm about to switch right now. I got it. I got to throw the hype in there to switch it. So the next question I have for, like, why did you come here from Atlanta?
Yo, honestly, that has a part to do with my brother being incarcerated. And, yo, shouts out to my mother, man. I love her to death, yo.
Yeah.
But she was really like one of those real live mothers. Yeah. So my brother was heavily involved in the gangs. In Atlanta, that shit is real with the gangs, and this is real down there, like for real. Mm-hmm. My brother was 14, went to jail for 10 years straight, bro. Yeah. Like, they don't fuck around.
At 14?
At 14, they did not go back and forth at all.
Yeah.
So it's like, she was more so thinking like a mother, like, oh, are people going to come retaliate? Yeah. Is this and this and that? So it was more like a safety precaution. Yeah. But once again, shouts out to my father. Yeah. We never really had the best relationship. Yeah. But I can honestly say, it's like, I was a mama's boy. Yeah. Loved my mother to death. But it was too much leniency. It was too much free time. It was too much whatever you want to do. Yeah. With my father, there was no time for none of that. Yeah. So shouts out to my father for being the reason I honestly graduated from high school.
Yeah.
And that's a lot too.
That's a lot,
Like, you know, home instilled so much fear in me. Like I say, I'm an open dude. I'm not afraid to say my father put fear in my heart when I was a child.
Your father,
whether I knew him or not.
Every father should put fear in everybody's heart. Yeah, my father is notorious, bruh. My family from Jamaica, right? So my whole family, if your kid need an ass whooping, you call my dad. That's how it go.
Home man used to play that. So
yeah.
And shout out to your mom. You posted a text or something about her sending your clothing. So what was?
So this is the thing with my mother, and this is why I love this lady to death. Yo, she does not know one of Young Thug's songs. Right, but what she is a go-getter. Yo, honestly, my mother's the type of person that, I'm gonna just give you an example. Yeah. Say you called her and you say, yo, Ma, where you at? I got something as small as $15 for you. And mind you, for the record, none of my parents, I did not grow up with crackhead parents, none of that. The most my parents did, my father is a heavy weed smoker like me. Shouts out to Pops. My mother is an occasional weed smoker, but she smoked gas. Shouts out to Mama Love. At the end of the day, if you was to call my mother and say, yo, Mama Love, where you at? I got $15 for you. And say she didn't have a car. On God as my witness, my mother would walk however far it was to take her to go get that money. Yeah. Not because she's that needy, not because she's about to go spend that bread to get high, because she's a go-getter and anything it's going to take to get to the dollar, she's going to do it. Yeah.
So you can say that's where you got your entrepreneurial bone from.
Yeah. Exactly. And shouts out to my grandfather, R.I.P., man, my grandfather. And that's where a lot of the survival thing came from. My grandfather was an ex-Marine. Make a long story short, because I get the yapping in this show going till about 12 o'clock. But my grandfather was, at one point in time, he was a drunk alcoholic. Yeah. And basically had nowhere to go, this and that and the third, changed his whole life up. Went to the Marine Corps, came out. My grandfather was bossed up, bro. My mother, I have pictures. If I can get a hold of them, I'm going to post them on Facebook just to let the people know I'm not just talking. My mother used to go to the mosque with Muhammad Ali when she was younger. Marcus Garvey, do your homework, people. Marcus Garvey was my grandfather's boy. Like, I'll goon with me. Marcus Garvey was my grandfather's boy. Okay. My grandfather built the 5-bedroom house for my family, my mother, my uncles, all of them, from the ground up. Brick house. Do your homework. Brick house ain't cheap, bro. Like, and this shit is getting me a little emotional right now. We don't just switch the subject, bro, but we rocking. Like, I didn't come from a fucked up background. I just made fucked up decisions.
Let me ask you a question, though, based off of that. Why do you feel like people would feel like that? Just because of the person you are?
Feel like what?
Like that you would come from a fucked up background?
Nah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's because of the decisions I choose to make. Like, if you, okay, boom. My last name, Barlow. Next time y'all driving, you go to Jennings Road, read the sign before you get to the gas station. Boyce Barlow way. That was my uncle. Judge for Connecticut. I don't come from no fucked up background. My grandmother, retired Hartford Police Department. Christine Abram. I got aunts, Helen Montz, retired from I want to say it was Fox Middle. My other aunt, Dorothy Barlow, security guard. Fox Middle for you. Like, I don't come from no trash. Like, I was the only one who jumped in the streets. Like, I graduated from high school, and at the end of the day, I was young. I wanted things, and I seen things, and I ain't no dummy, bro. Like, I know how to get to the check. So, at the end of the day, I just took everything I learned, bossed up, felt like I bossed up, ran to the streets. But one thing I would tell people, listen here, I'm not glorifying the street life. I never, ever, ever made $1 million in these streets. I was always comfortable. It was a couple times I had to ask people for shit here and there. You know, bounce back. I'm a street nigga. Shit happens. But for the most part, I was always on my own. But I never made $1 million. Shit, what I'm doing right now, messing with these clothes and really trying to change to a positive lane, I could possibly make $1 million. You know why? Like I said earlier, I graduated 2002. I really, really, really got heavy in the streets 2003. It's 2016. How many years did I invest in the streets? More than 10. What do I have to show? I'm in here with a Bathing Ape bag that ain't about shit. A Forever 21 t-shirt, a survival shirt. Like, what do I really got to show for them 10 years in the street? Or more than 10 years. Nothing. Right. That's nothing to glorify. So anybody listening, younger dudes, older dudes, whatever, man, listen, y'all gotta make a change, bro. Facts.
I'm happy that you're saying that because I hate driving down the street and seeing dudes that's 50, 40 years old and they still, like, you've been out here all your life, you still out here? You didn't get nothing yet. Why you still out here?
But this my thing with that. Show you what that is like. I don't know why everyone in Hartford be glorifying that shit, man. Like, and I really believe it's because of the rap more so. Like, not our rap, but like the Young Thugs and 21 Savages and all that. All they talk about is pop guns, mollies, and then they try to bring that here, and then it just dilutes Hartford. I think. I would like to hear your opinions on what it is why we still have all this street violence. And there be best friends out here shooting each other. Like, I don't get it. Like,
what I will say is this, because mind you, like I said, I'll be 33 in January, so I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, I've been around a lot. We still have the violence, but I can honestly say it has changed. It's not the way it used to be.
That's what I was going to say, too.
It changed a lot.
Really, really dangerous. Like, it's still, you know what I'm saying, but it's getting better, and I feel like just one day at a time, one step at a time, one voice at a time, shit will change.
I'm glad you're on this side of the voice now.
Yeah, like, come on. Whoa. Let's not get that construed, because I'm still thotty. I'm still but I just see something a little different now. Like, I'm tired of, everything else. Like I say, I never really got nothing out of it.
Yeah. You got kids, homie?
No kids. See, that's another blessing. Like, everybody be asking me, like, yo, why you don't got kids? My story is my story, man. Like, I'm not going to let my parents down. Yeah, and that's the most I can say. Yeah. I'm not going to let my parents down.
Yeah, true.
That's what's up.
So, what do you feel, like, how do you feel Survival could get to the next level? Like if you close your eyes for the next 5-10 years, what do you think it could be at, like, the platform that you want it at?
Yeah, honestly, in the next 5 or 6 years, I'm not even going to say because I'm going to.
Yeah.
Right.
So in the next 5 or 6 years, when I get there, as long as the world continues to gravitate to my ambition, gravitate to my style, whether it's one person a day, 2 people a day, 5 or 6 years from now, of course I won't be on Kanye's level, but I'll be way more comfortable than I am today. Like, and that's the most I can say. Like, you only get what you give.
So, you said your mom still lives down south, right? So, would you ever pack up and go? Because
I honestly wouldn't. And the reason I say that is because I have more positive going here for me now. And even before that, like, y'all hear the rap songs, y'all listen to the Migos and this and this and that. What they be talking about is real. The same way, like, how up here, okay, well, selling drugs would be like the main whatever, that's cool. Down south, kicking your mother's door in, running in her house with these guns out, and they don't play with handguns. They run with your shit with choppers. And this is a real live story. Like, they were running your shit with choppers, bro. And they call it a kick, though. So their hustle, the way we go and hit the block with this pack and flag these licks down, they will kick in your door and run up in your house. So it's like the people that I was around, like, shouts out to all my folks from down south. I love them to death, but it was really never nothing healthy for me.
Right.
And so everybody would say, like, yo, why you don't go back down there? Why you don't? Because if I go back down there, I'm going to be put back in the same shell that I was in before. And it's like, it's no room for me to do what I'm doing now. I could get there, but it's like, I'm comfortable. Let me build my branch. Let me do what I'm doing right here. And sooner or later, we'll be up out of here.
Let me ask a question. I ask like Matthew this all the time. Do you think it's better to have it and lose it, or never had it in the first place? And the reason I ask that is because you have something positive going for you right now. A lot of people, if someone were to come right now and say, this is done, Survival's over with, right? They would resort back to whatever they were doing before, whether it be positive, negative, and they'd be like, yo, my dreams are done. Or there's some people that be like, yo, I wish I never even had this, because I never understand what it feels like to have it. I want to understand your
question. All right, so ask me the question again, because you kind of slipped me. No, for real. My
question is, do you think it's better to have had it and lost it, or never had it in the first place?
Well, see, the have had it and lost it could go kind of 2 ways. Because, like, losing it on what level? Like, because you fucked up and made mistakes and didn't appreciate and deserve it? Or because some faulty shit, like you not branding your company fast enough and somebody stealing your shit? Like, what do you mean by losing it? And then I could probably answer the question a little bit.
I mean, for that, it could go either way. It could just be like, it's just lost. So I wouldn't say, for your case, I wouldn't say that you just misrepresented it and it lost, because it don't look like you're in that path.
In that case, I personally, and I'll tell you why, I personally feel like having it and losing it would always be better than never having it at all. Because if you sit out here and you dedicate your time and yourself to something and you get to a certain level, regardless of if it's the level that people want you to get you on. If, like with me, I started with 24 hats, and I tell everybody the same story. I started with 24 hats. So even if, as of right now, today, my shit ended, I would appreciate it. You know why? Because when I did the whole cancer thing, it's people who reached out to me on their own, people who I didn't even know, and told me that what I did made a difference. It's people out here, damn near the whole hood, infested with survival. Like, that shit means more to me. So, like, at the end of the day, I tried something with 24 hats. It touched more than 24 people. It didn't go any further, but I made an impact. That's better than not having it, because not having it means you ain't work hard enough.
That's fire.
Good answer.
All fire emojis.
Good
Fiery
answer.
Jack.
Yeah. So let's get to the patches, because I really want to talk about.
Oh yeah, well let's get to the patches. Let's get there.
Why the patches and what's the significance about them?
Well, before I get to there, I'll tell you the significance of survival.
Okay. Let's start with that. Yeah.
The significance of survival is this, and I'm gonna just give you capsules.
Yeah.
And once we get to the rest of them, I'll point them out. But for now, it's only 2.
Yeah.
Breast cancer awareness.
Yeah.
How many ways does survival fit into that? The presidential election. How many ways?
Survival.
Yeah.
And once we hit Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'll have 2 more.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep those.
Still survival.
Survival, Jack. We ain't playing.
Yeah.
We is not playing.
You're right. Okay.
That's what's up.
Survival is the way.
Wow. This is kind of off topic a little bit.
Oh gosh.
So I have my women empowerment event coming up. Okay. So, coming from a guy's point of view, you know a lot of females, so you're in tune to a lot of stuff that's going on and the way females don't support
Before
females.
you continue, just because you know a lot of females doesn't mean he's a thought.
No.
At all. My bro, touch me on that.
That's not what I'm speaking about.
Okay.
So I know you can see there's not a lot of females who support one another.
Exactly.
Like, why do you think that is?
Yo, honestly, females really, really, really be stuck in a bag of feelings. And they really, really be stuck in a bag of who's who and what's what. And like, one of my little slogans is, that's the thought rock, baby. Okay. So one of my slogans is, it's about what you like, not who you like.
Okay.
Because people have a tendency, especially when, and I hate the word local, because they try to throw you in a bag and local and this and this and that. Shouts out to my man Richie P. You can have the firest mixtape in the hood. If you're from the hood and they know you, they won't fuck with you.
That's very true.
So
that's facts.
The reason I say women don't support each other is because women are harder on each other than guys are. Even if I don't like Rich mixtape and he pull up to a parking lot or whatever, he's selling his mixtape, 9 times out of 10 a nigga's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
And just put it in their car.
If Destiny pulls up with her new fiery ass varsity jacket that she's selling and it's affordable or whatever after the club, and it's these bitches from Barber Street, these bitches from there, these bitches, they're not gonna buy it. You know why? Because it's Destiny. My biggest thing is this: once you're trying to do something, face card matters. Because just think about how many situations you could be in, and if you didn't know who the person was. And I always use one thing about me: I will never use people around me as an example. None of that. Because shouts out to everybody who's trying to do something different and get a couple dollars and be positive. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But I use these stores in New York for an example. Yeah. And so say it's a store called in New York, First Stop Fashion. Everybody from the hood be going up. Yeah. And we use these flight jackets for an example. First Stop Fashion put a flight jacket up, even if it has 10 patches on it. Say it's the same coat that 50 people could buy. Yeah. They want $1.85 for it. Mm-hmm. Cool. I'm making my coats. I want $1.20, $1.30. But because they know who I am, my shit way fiery than this spot. Yeah. Because they know who I am, they don't want it. They want to bargain about the price. Let me take my face away from my Instagram and have all this Survival815. You never seen a picture of me, and you can order my shit online for $120. The hood would be rocking my shit even more.
Damn. Very true.
That's facts.
That is an actual fact.
That's facts.
So let me ask a question, cause shout out to the kid Annoyed. He's doing major things.
Yeah, shouts out to Annoyed, man.
But the thing I be seeing on social media, for the people that know him, they be hating. They be like, he a regular. He's from here. He's from there. But at the end of the day, he's moving differently. So are you saying because he's not accessible, he's more on a bigger scale than... Because Rich be everywhere. Like, I see Rich all the time. So are you saying because Rich is moving a different way than he is, it's just different in a sense?
I mean, I really don't know how to answer that question, to be honest with you. Because I'll tell y'all 2 things about me real quick, just to off topic. I fuck with music. I love music. But I'm not really like a... Rich, you know what I'm talking about. Like, mind you, I was raised down south on the Master P, the MJG and 8 Bar. Like, so I don't really get into music the way everybody else gets into it. Yeah. Like, I don't look for content. I don't look for shit. As long as I got a nice beat, say some fire shit that I can bop to, I'm straight. Like, I don't care about if he's with all that other shit. Yeah. And I don't really get into sports.
No sports.
Everybody says the same thing. Like, and I use this example, bro. None of that. I use the same example every time. If somebody was to say, "Yo, Pete, I'll give you 10 bands right now. Count every 100 in front of me, and say, yo." Name 10 people. You can mix it up, use whatever sport you want to use, but it cannot be people whose name is always in the highlight. Yeah. Bro, they would take their 10 bands. I would
Me too.
nobody done.
You say the same name over LeBron.
I can't even name 10 people of the regular people. I can't, bro. Like, that's just never been my thing. But I like to smoke weed, bro.
Yo, you know what I like about you? It's like you know what you like, and that's it. That's why that circles back to what I was saying before. Like, a lot of people, like, you might hate Balenciagas, but since everybody wear them, you go buy them and you hate them shits. But you see, I'm glad you said that as well, because I could touch on a lot of topics. Yo, did I mess you up? Because we was just rocking. No. I just threw you out. I'm sorry, baby. No, for real, yo.
I'll come back to it.
All right. I'm glad you said that, because like with me, and I'm glad you used Balenciaga for an example. Yeah. But like, I've never been the type to feel like, and because this is what's going on, I have to do it now. Mm. No, it's not about who did it first. It's not about who did it last or who did it the best. It's simply about the fact that you were able to do it. Mm. So, if everybody's rocking Balenciagas right now, tearing it up, I'm not about to run and fetch that. When I can afford that, when I can fit that in, when I can finesse that, or however I'm going to get it, that's my time. Yeah. Like, so I don't. Yeah, no, facts. Check out the Instagram. My boy Goonie was in Vegas about 5-6 years ago off that.
Feel me.
Yeah. But
the inboxes still. Y'all know what y'all doing.
Yeah, so. But I just never everything takes time. When it's your time for something, it's your time for something. I don't try to keep up with the Joneses. I don't be out here fronting for whoever is listening. No, I am not no fronter. I am not sitting on Rejuv-Nation making it seem like I have $1 million and I'm the biggest nigga in the world. Nope, I'm regular like everybody else. I'm trying to make a change and I want to be different. That's it.
Up. What's a pet peeve?
Yo, my pet peeve is these nagging ass nats. Yeah, that could go a lot of ways. You're like, I can't give you a pet peeve, but this is what I'll tell the people. It's something that only really my close friends and shorties who've been out to eat with me know.
Yeah, that's why we here.
I'm simple as fuck, yo, and I don't eat a lot of food. I like simple shit.
TGI
like
Friday.
Boom, you know
definitely
that.
Post TGI Friday
so
all the
it's
time.
like I really eat burgers, wings, and like small little steaks. Like I don't eat seafood at all. The furthest I go with seafood is whiting, fish, and everybody's saying, yo, that's not seafood. Whatever. So like that's one thing I tell you. I don't got no pet peeves, but
your girlfriend is lucky because I'm always we have
here
seafood.
Don't drop that ball back in here. It's out. Listen, that ball is out the court. It's no longer coming back.
She's gonna be lucky.
Shouts out to Bay, man. Your ass better be tuning in, Jack. Yeah, that way.
So one thing. So let's talk about the patches. We didn't even get to that.
Oh yeah, let's get back to the patches. Okay, I'm sorry.
Significant because that's the one thing that I noticed is that you just like one day I would just scroll. I'm like, yo, damn, there goes a shirt, hat with a patch, a shoulder patch,
again,
survival.
Right?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, damn, no, okay. And then I was just seeing like out of every 10 posts, like 8 just the survival or the hats or the tags or the anything. I'm like, yo, what is this? And then I noticed that's kind of like your thing. Like the patches is like your thing.
Well, the way we kind of got on that is, matter of fact, this camera's flashing. This camera on right here. Boom. We got on that. This coat right here. Okay. My birthday is January 26th. And I was about to go to California. This is the beginning of 2016. And I was like, I just want to make a little coat, make something that's a little different. Mm-hmm. And I went and I bought some patches and I bought this coat, whatever. And I'm like, yo, let me patch this shit up, whatever the case may be. And I did it.
So you patched them up yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get to that too. I bought a sewing machine, all that. Yeah. Yeah, the retired crack seller. I be on the sewing machine. Yeah. So I bought this, and when I wore it to Cali, shouts out to Off-White, man, because I kind of I was looking at they shit. They shit is expensive. They want about $1,600 for the coat. But yeah, like, so I went to Cali and I was getting a crazy response like, yo, where did you get the coat and this and this and that? And mind you, I honestly, another key reminder to y'all people, I'm very humble. Don't let this social media fool you. Whenever you post a picture, you want the best caption, you want the most likes, but I'm a very humble person. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, I wasn't like, I didn't think really much of it.
Yeah.
So as time went on, I'm like, not really the patch idea, but I was giving a couple little people certain ideas that I was coming up with, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, yo, you know what? And I hit Goon. I'm like, yo, I'm about to try some shit. I'm like, yo, I'm about to try some shit, bro. Whatever the case may be. So I'm like, y'all want to make some hats or whatever. I want to do something a little different. And I'm like, majority of the time, the thing people are doing is either coming up with a little design, something like that, whatever the case may be. I'm like, I want to do something ain't nobody doing. And as far as our area, nobody wasn't doing that. If they doing it now, do it that way. But they wasn't doing that first. So I just went to my little spot or whatever, bought some patches, and yo, swear to God, oh my God, swear to God, bought the 24 hats, bro, and my dumb ass is in the spot, bro, trying to hand sew these shits, my nigga. My nigga, I'm in the spot, bro. I'm hitting Goon like, yeah, I'm about to go in the house early tonight. Yo, I'm bragging, acting like I was really doing something, bro. I'm making like 6 hats a night. Yeah. But the fly shit is I'm going in the house at like 12 o'clock and I'm stopping at like 5 in the morning. 6 hats, bro, hand sewn. I said, I gotta come up with a better way than this. I said, bro, I gotta come up with a better way than this. We went and bought the sewing machine and she took off.
Wow.
She took off.
That's fine. I was telling Lisa, I'm like, yo, for the party, I want to get us like a custom made jacket.
Well, we could talk about that because I appreciate Rejuv-Nation.
Thank you.
You know? And I always fuck with Destiny. I always fuck with Lisa, and I appreciate you, bro. Now you part of the family.
I'm a part of the. Thank you. I appreciate that. A lot of people, yo, for the record, I'm not even trying to bring this on your interview, but I'm gonna say this right now.
Well, bring it. I like sneak surprises.
Yo, there's a lot of people like you said, humble, positive, all that. Like, can't no one around me tell you that I'm a negative person.
Yeah.
But when negative shit strike me, that shit really bother me.
Yeah.
So, there's a couple people here that I really appreciate whatever they doing or however they move or whatever. And for some reason, I just wanted to do my own thing. And they feel some type of way about it. So at the end of the day, they talking negative about me in public and all that, and I don't like that shit, man. Because at the end of the day, I don't never talk down about nobody. If you out here doing something, I come support your shit. Whatever you do, I'm with it because I'm for the culture. I don't care nobody else. Everyone knows I'm for the culture. Like, I'm all about that shit. I live and breathe this shit. So for another grown man or woman or whoever to say something negative about me, like that shit.
Guess what? We should.
But I mean, that's the world we live in, bro. We
don't have to mention that. And I'm learning. I'm still learning too. Like, you gotta let all that negative energy fly.
So you say so do you think, because you're getting a lot of good publicity right now, a lot of people really rocking with you, there's probably some sneakers behind you. How do you handle that?
Yo, I don't handle it. Like, at the end of the day, I keep working. I keep putting my pieces out here. I keep selling it to their girlfriends. Their girlfriends love the hats. Yeah. The blue jean with the suede brim. Oh my God, their girlfriends love them hats, bro. So, with the pink, they went crazy.
I thought that came with the picture.
You feel me? Yeah, like that way.
I thought it came with the Jordan picture.
At the end of the day, like I say, I'm a very humble guy, yo. Like, I don't really, I'm not about to be going, you see when I say no back and forth, I'm not going back and forth with nobody about nothing, bro. I'm going to keep doing me. I'm in my own lane, and my lane is for me. And shouts out to everybody out here doing their thing. It's a lot of people out here that I rock with, but my lane is for me. I'm trying to be different for me because guess what? At the end of the day, if 5 dudes come out and they doing this, when it's all said and done, they did this shit for them. I'm doing this for me. My lane is for me. I don't have no hate, no dislike towards nobody. I rock with everybody. Shouts out to the people who rocking with me. But my lane is for me, Jack. Don't come over here. You better come with some fiery pieces, Jack. Yeah. Come over here, boy.
Listen, speaking from my experience, because I did have a lot of haters. Now I don't even consider them haters. Once you ignore them for a little while, they eventually go away. They're not going to just, they go away once you ignore them. If you feed into it like now, they're going to be happy that you just mentioned that.
Well, shout to y'all. Shit. But to wrap it up, just a couple things I end with. So first, your social media. I need everyone to know where to find you at, so that if they want some merchandise, if they want to just get to know, because you were dropping some gems in this. I don't think people pay attention. Some gems was really dropped in this interview. So if y'all want some guidance, some acknowledgement,
some motivation.
Yo, don't be afraid to be yourself, yo. Like, at the end of the day, and this is a real live street. Like, I've been shot. I've been to jail for shit I had nothing to do with. I ain't never tell on nobody. No, none of that. Yeah, shit done happened to me before, but I ain't never told, and telling on people is a big thing. I ain't never told that my first bid for some shit I had nothing to do with, A whole bunch of that. But at the end of the day, don't never be afraid to be yourself, bro. If you're a church boy, be a church boy. I'm going to rock with you, and that's a fact. Yeah. If you is a regular working nigga, shouts out to my best friend. He just had a little girl, man. My boy Keto. Marcus Keto Fresh. He's a regular working dude, and I never, ever took nothing from home. Yeah. It's my best friend. Yeah. Like, if just be you, and I'm going to fuck with you. That's a fact.
All right. Social media?
Oh, yeah. Social media. Survival815 if you want to follow me. I'm not giving out my personal Instagram and all that because at the end of the day, I'm not here on a personal level. I'm here on a business level. I'm here to show you what I have positive going on. Right. My personal Instagram has a bunch of thought shit, a bunch of smoking weed, and all that. You got to just catch me in traffic for that, baby. Survival815, man. And I have an email, survival, SURVIVAL 8150 at Gmail.
All right, and then the last thing I end with is just your quote. Like, so if you're having a rough day, if you're having a good day, whatever, like, what's that thing that saying that you might tell yourself to get you out of bed and keep moving?
Yo, y'all want me to be honest with y'all? Here we go with this emotional shit again.
Hey, honesty, man.
Toughen up, Dottie. Honestly, yo,
it's an emotional day today.
Yo, if I'm having a bad day, yo, I just go through my text messages and just like read me and my mother messages. And it works. I gotta get out of here.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
We ain't about to do this.
we gotta tag your mom for this one.
All right, so with that, yo, thank you for coming through, man. We really appreciate it, man.
Definitely. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Of course.
Yo, and shouts out to Rejuv-Nation because this is honestly the first interview I can say that I was honestly relaxed. Yeah. I was myself. Shouts out to Richie P, man. Richie P told me last time.
Richie P in the building. I see you.
Stop acting like you on Seinfeld or something, my nigga. Loosen up. You ain't saying none of your words.
Wait. So he's not a rapper. We have two rappers in the building. I seen that So Going challenge.
He's a hype man. That's why I rock with Goonie. Goonie's the hype man.
I seen the So Going challenge.
Yeah.
So we got to put a beat on. We got a little bit of time.
Hold up. But we already caught Richie though.
We need another.
You said real quick.
This is season 2. You about to leave us
Season 2.
All right. P. So hold up. So stay tuned. Richie P. All right. So we gonna catch that on the freestyle fire. Hey yo, my man Jordan Rio, he gonna catch that fire for the freestyle fire.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, shout out to Jordan Rio. Yeah, we gotta get you a survival hat, player. I'm not feeling the swag. Survival hat, player.
That's what's up.
Yo, right, player. Where's the trip?
He just looked at it like, yeah.
Man.
And with that, man, it's your boy Thomas Trell here with 860 Beauty, here with Bino, here with Jordan Rio, here with my bro Drew, here with Lisa, here with P, here with Richie P, here with Boom, here with Eddie. Yo, before I get out here, yo, thank all y'all for listening, paying attention, keeping up with what we doing, man. I love everybody, all positive love over here, man, and we just gonna keep doing this for the people, man. So at the end of the day, it's the RJN Sessions at Rejuv-Nation.com, baby.
Took a product, had to sell it, heard they call it rap. Front street with it for my niggas in the back. Bring them up. Spit it proper acapella, I ain't need a track. Nah, but I slipped into the mental, gotta push a pack.